Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and in the review room today we are taking a look at The Walking Dead Aaron 5-inch action figure from McFarlane Toys. And a huge thank you to McFarlane Toys for sending this out for us to review. My area in my Walgreens, I should mention that by the way, this is a Walgreens exclusive and he's coming out in the middle of January 2017. Now my Walgreens still hasn't stocked the Rick yet, so they sent out an Aaron and a Rick to review. We'll review Rick next, but this is the front of the package. Really cool box art. I love it. I love the smoke up here. This looks like it's a part of a larger world. Now, I love the white look to it. Looks friggin' awesome. So inbox collectors, you got a cool box to add to your collection here. And then the back of the box has a really nice image of all the figures that are currently out. You have the 5-inch Rick and Aaron. You have the 7-inch figures here. Where? Yep, right there. And then you have the 10-inch Glenn right there. Now he's on the back here. He's definitely a great one to get. And the 7-inch figures have some fantastic detail. The 5-inch figures are definitely not going anywhere. Now we don't get as many as we used to get, but still it looks like for right now, according to this wave, if this trend continues, we will be getting a few more Walgreens exclusives. I don't have any details for you guys. I don't have any like inside info on what's coming. If I manage to get any, and if it's okay to talk about it, I will discuss. Until then, let's just take a look at this really cool Aaron, because he has a fantastic likeness and he's such a small figure. It's very impressive. So taking Aaron out of the box, we have a likeness that can pass for the actor playing Aaron, Ross, or Kevin Spacey. Yeah, he looks a little like Kevin Spacey, but they did a really good job. I am very, very impressed with this Aaron figure. And they got nice sculpt work done in the head. They did a great job. With the hair, the face, everything on his head is great. You got his outfit. I don't know if this is exactly like his first appearance outfit, but it sure does look a lot like it, and it is great. It looks like there's a couple wear and tear marks on the outfit itself. It's got some nice folds. As usual, McFarlane Toys does a great job with the clothing, the wrinkles, and everything like that. And then on his waist, we have a holster for his gun, a little snub-nosed revolver, a machete here. Now this is really pliable material. You can move it around some. And then his legs just have regular pants with some nice realistic folds down by the shoes, and then he has some little boots on with some decent detail in the boots. Now as far as articulation, we'll get that out of the way, and then we're going to take a look at a couple of his accessories, which are really cool. His head seems to move side to side pretty good, up and down pretty good. His arms move up a decent amount actually, and then they rotate obviously, and they bend at the elbows pretty good. His left arm feels like it bends a little bit better actually. Yeah, his left arm bends really good. And then they swivel at the elbows. They have a swivel at the wrist and a bend at the wrist, and it does not feel like he has any waist articulation at all. Now he does do the Jean-Claude Van Damme splits. He moves his legs forward a decent amount, and he moves them back more than you need him to. And when it comes to bending at the knees, he bends a good amount, and he also swivels as well. Now with the ankles, sometimes they're a little stiff and you really gotta work them into place, but it feels like these ankles are kind of hindered a little bit by the pants, specifically by the way they're molded. With that being said, this figure does exactly what you need it to do. He stands up great like a first appearance Ross. I love that. Just standing still, he looks fantastic. First accessory, the headphones. This is what he uses to listen to the survivors, and it's solid black. It's got just enough detail, and it is just what we need. You really don't need much more than that. It fits on his head pretty good. His molding on his hair seems to get in the way slightly, or at least raise the headphones a little. Next thing, we have his gun, a little snub-nosed revolver, and it's got great detail, great dry brushing, great paint job for how tiny the piece is. It is small, and it fits right in his holster beautifully. Next up, we have a license plate, which is cool because it fits the character since he collects license plates, and it also says 4MC TWD. So that's AMC, The Walking Dead, and the 4 is to look like an A if you glance quickly, and it's also to make it look more like a realistic license plate. So that's a nice little touch. The rifle, it's a bolt action that's really similar to, maybe even identical actually, looking at it now. I don't know. I don't have an image of what he used in the show, but from my memory, this looks very similar to what he used. It's got great detail, as always with the guns. Nice paint job. There's nice wear and tear where you would expect wear and tear to be on a rifle in the realistic places. Some good dry brushing, and I think the rifle looks really, really cool. Next up, this is the machine that he uses to listen at a distance to what other people are saying, and in the comic, this is what he used, or they showed him holding this, telling the survivors that he was listening to them, and that's how he knew they were good people. In the TV show, it is implied. I do think there's a deleted scene where he admits to using this thing, and it's got simple black paint with some chrome or silver around the satellite piece, whatever that is. Next up is his book bag, and it does appear that it does detach from the left strap. It looks like they actually corrected a major flaw in the Morgan backpack. The Morgan backpack had such a tiny little peg to connect the strap into the backpack. It looks like they made a bigger, thicker, longer peg for this backpack. So let's get it around his arms and see how it goes in there and fits, because this looks like it's going to work a lot better than Morgan. And yeah, it is disappointing that Morgan's backpack is so clumsy that it never wants to stay on. It's really tight and it has such a little peg on it. Maybe you need to glue it if you really want him to be displayed with the backpack, but it shows a lot that they went ahead and corrected that problem with this Aaron figure, because this backpack fits on him snug and it is not popping off. It does not have the same flaws as that Morgan backpack. I think that is great. And then when you put all his gear on him, he looks pretty cool. I mean, he looks a little cluttered, to be honest, but I tell you what, he looks pretty stinking cool. He's got a lot of different accessories, and if you are a big-time collector of these 5-inch figures, you might even want to share his accessories with other characters, so that way he doesn't look so cluttered with all these accessories. I wouldn't have him hold in the license plate. I would most likely probably have him displayed with the license plate at his feet on the display, maybe even his rifle as well. Maybe just hold in the microphone, something like that, or the hearing device, listening device. Too bad they didn't even think to make a slot in his book bag where you can slide the license plate in a little slot in the book bag. It does have a pocket that's just about the size, and if you look at that, that looks like it would fit perfect to put a little indent in there and slide this license plate in just a little bit. Anyway, this is a really cool figure, and I'm going to have to give Aaron a high recommend. I think the sculpt on the face alone is what sells the figure. It's one of the best likenesses in the 5-inch line.
Subscribe now.